It's a rainy Sunday. You're feeling a little down, a little reflective. The world outside feels gray, and your internal world matches. There's a certain weight in your chest, a quiet fog in your mind. It's not a dramatic movie-style sadness, maybe, but a heavy, quiet ache. So, what do you put on your playlist? What's the soundtrack to this feeling? Do you reach for a loud, happy, relentlessly upbeat pop song to try and force yourself to cheer up? Maybe. But that can sometimes feel jarring, like a friend who's shouting in your ear when you have a headache. It feels inauthentic. It's like it's invalidating what you're feeling, telling you, you shouldn't feel this way. For a lot of us, we do the exact opposite. We don't just stumble upon it. We instinctively seek it out. We reach for that playlist. You know the one. We call it Rainy Day, In My Feels, or just the good stuff. It's the one full of minor keys, slow tempos, heartbreaking lyrics, and soaring string sections. We don't just tolerate this music, we crave it. We put on the music that mirrors exactly how we feel, and we sink into it, letting it wash over us. It's a huge paradox, right? It's one of the great weird mysteries of our emotional lives. Why, when we're feeling sad, would we choose to listen to something that should, in theory, just dig us deeper into that hole? Why would we seek out art that makes us feel more of the emotion we're supposedly trying to escape? It seems completely counterproductive, like putting your hand closer to a flame. It turns out this isn't a design flaw in your brain. It's not a bug. It's a fundamental and fascinating feature of being human. We've been doing this for centuries, from old folk ballads to grand operas. The reason sad music can feel so incredibly deeply good is a complex and beautiful mix of psychology, biology, and the profound power of art. Let's break it down. First, and maybe the most important reason, validation. When you're feeling down, one of the worst feelings is isolation. It's the crushing sense that you are the only person in the world who feels this way. A happy, bustling world, with its smiling faces on social media and cheerful commercials, feels alienating. It makes you feel like an outsider in your own life, like you're somehow failing at the one job everyone seems to have, being happy. And then, when someone tells you to just cheer up, look on the bright sides, or it's not that bad, it can feel like a slap in the face. It's what we now call toxic positivity. It's dismissive. It's a complete denial of your reality. It makes you feel like your emotions aren't just bad, they're wrong, that you are failing at being happy, and you should just stop it. Sad music does the exact opposite. It's like a compassionate friend who sits down next to you in the dark, doesn't say anything for a minute, doesn't offer cheap solutions, and then just puts an arm around your shoulder and says, "Yeah, this sucks. I get it. I've been there too. You don't have to pretend." That song, that artist, they get it. Think about the lyrics of a song that really hit you when you were down. It's like the artist somehow read your diary, took your most jumbled, confusing feelings, and distilled them into one perfect, poetic line. That feeling of connection, of being seen, is incredibly powerful. It's not just, oh, they feel sad too. It's, oh, they feel this specific kind of sad. They've captured the exact nuance of your feeling, that mix of nostalgia and regret, or that quiet loneliness. That specificity makes you feel profoundly understood. It makes you feel more authentic to yourself. The music validates your feelings. It makes you feel understood and, crucially, less alone in your experience. In a world that constantly pushes us to be happy, a sad song gives you permission to just feel. It says, you are not broken for feeling this way. This is a normal, necessary, and universal part of being human. Welcome to the club. Second, this might sound crazy, but your brain is actually tricking you into feeling better with a very clever bit of chemistry. Your brain is essentially a high-tech empathy machine, and music is like a cheat code for it. When your brain registers sadness, it has to decide, is this a real threat or a perceived one? Real-life sadness, a breakup, a lost job, a genuine loss, is tied to a real-world problem. That can trigger cortisol, the stress hormone, and adrenaline, putting you into fight or flight mode. Your heart pounds, your muscles tense up. It's exhausting. It's a survival response. But sadness in music is abstract. It's art. Your brain registers the melancholy, the minor keys, the somber tone, but it also knows on a deeper subconscious level that there's no actual danger. You aren't actually in peril. The singer's heartbreak isn't your heartbreak, not literally. You are safe in your car or in your bedroom. This separation is key because your brain perceives this safe sadness, this artistic sadness. It responds differently. It doesn't flood you with stress hormones. Instead, it seems to preemptively release a hormone called prolactin. You might know prolactin as a hormone involved in lactation, but it's also released in both men and women in response to grief or crying. Its job is to be a comforter. It's a natural opiate, a biological self-soothing mechanism. It gives us feelings of calm, consolation, and being cared for. It's part of our pro-social empathetic wiring. Our brain is designed to comfort others and ourselves in times of distress. So, your brain hears the sad song. Its empathy circuits light up and go, "Oh no, this is sad. We might be in distress." And then, finding no actual threat, it releases this calming chemical. It's your brain's own built-in consolation prize. It's a gentle, warm, hormonal hug, all triggered by the anticipation of sadness, not the stressful reality of it. Third, sad music provides a safe space for processing difficult emotions. This is what psychologists call vicarious emotion, and it's tied to the idea of catharsis, a purging or purifying of emotion. Real-life sadness is messy. It's chaotic. It has no rules. It has consequences. It can be overwhelming, confusing, and hard to pin down. You can't just pause a real-life argument. You can't rewind a loss. But sadness in art? That's different. It's contained. It's organized. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. A verse, a chorus, a bridge. You are in complete control. You can pause the song. You can skip to the next track. You can turn it off. You can play it on repeat 30 times until you've wrung every last drop of feeling out of it. This safe, controlled environment allows you to process your own complex feelings, maybe about a breakup, a loss, or just a bad week, from a safe distance. It's like an emotional flight simulator. Think about it. In a simulator, a pilot can practice a difficult landing or even a crash scenario without any real danger. With sad music, you get to practice feeling grief, or melancholy, or longing. You can explore the contours of that emotion, build a narrative around your messy feelings, and start to make sense of them. The song gives your chaos a structure. The verse lays out the problem. The chorus drives home the core feeling. This is actually a therapeutic process. It's not just feeling the emotion, it's observing it. It helps you untangle your thoughts and build emotional literacy, the ability to understand and articulate your own feelings. This practice can make you more resilient when the real sadness hits. And finally, let's not forget the most obvious reason, which is actually the most profound: beauty. Sad songs are often just incredibly beautiful. We can get so caught up in the psychology that we forget the art, the complex melodies, the rich minor key harmonies, the poetic vulnerability in the lyrics. A single human voice cracking with an emotion that feels perfectly, painfully real. We are simply appreciating a powerful piece of art. What you're feeling isn't just sadness. It's a much more complex emotion we might call being moved, or what some philosophers call the sublime. This is the feeling you get when you look at a stormy ocean or a vast, starry sky. It's a mix of awe, a little bit of fear, and a deep sense of wonder. It's a pleasurable sadness. It's a mix of sadness, admiration, and wonder at the beauty of the composition itself. Music theorists talk about how composers masterfully use tension and release. They'll use a chord that feels unfinished or unresolved, like an appoggiatura, a note that clashes just slightly before melting into the right note, making you feel a physical sensation of yearning. It's like a musical question that needs an answer. It builds a tension that mirrors your own internal tension. And then, when it finally resolves to a more stable, consonant chord, your brain gets a tiny hit of dopamine. It's a deep, physical sense of satisfaction, a release. Sad music is full of this. That ache you feel is a kind of sweet anticipation. It's a little hit of pleasure mixed in with the melancholy. You're not just feeling bad, you're feeling something profound. You're connecting to a universal human experience. It makes your small, personal sadness feel like part of a larger, beautiful, tragic human story. You're not just a single person feeling down, you're part of a grand tradition of being human. And there's a strange, deep comfort in that. So, the next time you find yourself reaching for that sad playlist, you're not being a downer. You're not wallowing. You're being incredibly human. In fact, you're practicing a very sophisticated form of emotional self-care. You're using a sophisticated psychological toolkit, probably without even realizing it. You're seeking connection and validation, reminding yourself that you are not alone. You're triggering your brain's own chemical comfort system, literally giving yourself a hormonal hug. You're giving yourself a safe, controlled, emotional flight simulator to process your feelings and build resilience. And of course, you're appreciating something truly beautiful that connects you to all of human experience. Sad music isn't about wallowing, it's about regulating. It's about processing, it's about healing. It's not a step backward, it's often the very first, most important step forward. And that's a pretty amazing thing. So I have to ask, what's your go-to sad song? The one that always, without fail, makes you feel understood? The one that's been your compassionate friend in a dark moment? And why that song? Is it a lyric, a melody,